the relationships and the characters, you know, somewhere or the other, sometimes they are dramatic, like the way that they portray love or the obsession part of it. Yeah, there are dramatic parts of it, but somewhere or the other, we all have experienced even a tiny bit of that in our real lives. Maybe it wasn't with a romantic partner, maybe it was with a friend, you know, and it is relatable in that sense. But I think there will be a relatability and a connection with the characters and what they're going through.
Hello everyone, welcome to PeepingMoon.com. I'm Rashida Sahani, and today I'm very pleased to be chatting with Sonia Rathee, who's all set to impress us all in Broken But Beautiful 3. Hi Sonia, how have you been?
Great. How have you been?
I've been great too. So firstly, tell me Sonia, the response to Broken But Beautiful, the trailer, it has been, I'm sure it has been massive. How overwhelmed are you with all the messages and response?
I am overwhelmed and grateful, you know. I didn't expect it to be so well received, and I'm over the moon. I really hope that excitement happens when they actually see the show and it continues this way. But yeah, I'm beyond grateful.
That's great. And, Sonia, while watching the trailer, this thought constantly was in my mind that your pairing with Sidharth Shukla, it comes across as something very fresh, but also looks very natural, like the chemistry looks effortless. So, how did you two manage to do that?
I don't know. That's a great question. I think, he's a great guy and we became good friends. And, I think that's also acting. It's your job as actors to fulfill that role of Rumi and Agastya. So we tried our best and we're so happy that people love it.
I'm sure. And your character Rumi, as far as, of course, we can see until now, it looks like a complex character, but you tell me something more about her.
She's extremely complex. She's layered. She's a girl in her 20s trying to figure out life. And we all are doing that every day. I'm doing that. Like millennials will sit down and be like, what are we doing with our life? That is her at every moment. But yeah, she's filled with disappointment and anger. And she's also a child at heart. She's very immature and she's stuck in a place. And, she also has so much love to give, and there are people around her that she would die for, so yeah, she is complex and she has so many relationships that she needs to learn how to navigate through, and it's a story of a girl also growing up.
Okay, that's great. And while playing such a detailed and layered character, what is the approach like?
The approach is, for the most part, just understanding her and justifying her actions. While I was doing workshops and stuff with my director Priyanka, while we were reading the script, sometimes as Sonia, I would look at it and I would be like, what is wrong with Rumi? Like, why is she so stupid? Like, I would never do that. But understanding that Rumi at that moment with those emotions, like that action is justified. The reason she does it is justified for her. So yeah, I think the approach is just taking a step back and not viewing it from your perspective, but viewing it from your character's perspective.
Agreed, yeah. And how is it working with Sidharth? Because he has a lot of female fans, by the way. So all of them are like commenting on the trailer saying that, Sonia, you're so lucky you got to romance him and you got to share screen space with him. So they are, if I may say so, they are pretty jealous of you right now. But how was it sharing screen space with him?
It was awesome. I mean, he's a great guy and he's so fun-loving. There was never a boring moment on set. He's always making fun of someone. He's always cracking jokes, but yeah, we would just have fun. After they would call cut, it would just be me, my director, and Sid, and we would just like crack jokes the whole time, keep each other laughing. It was a lot of fun working with him.
Okay, that's amazing. And What about the, intimate or romantic scenes? Were you completely comfortable to perform those, or was there any hesitance at first?
So I actually clarified. I clarified it quite a few times in the beginning when I first got the role and we were going through the script and the amount of scenes there are. It's in the previous script, in the first version of the script, there were actually a lot more. And
Okay.
somehow through workshops and stuff, we got it down, and it's still a lot, but much less. And I remember this was before we had even started shooting, and I was like, listen, this is what I'm comfortable with, this is what I'm not comfortable with. And she was so sweet, and she's like, I would never make my actress uncomfortable, and I'm glad that we got this out of the way so that when we go on set, you could just focus on what you have to do. And even when we were there and we were even doing intimate scenes, we were able to workshop them. We were like, this doesn't make sense, maybe we should do it this way. So it became more of like a scene study rather, and we all just worked at it together.
Okay, that's good. And Broken but Beautiful, the first 2 seasons had a massive response, a massive fan following, and it's been carrying forward. So you tell me, the legacy that Vikrant and Harleen, who played the lead in the first 2 seasons, they left. Is there any pressure to carry that ahead?
A lot of people have been asking me this. I do know season 1 and huge fan of Vikrant and Harleen. I think they did such an amazing job. And even in this series, I got to, like you saw in the trailer, I got to have a scene with them. And I was beyond excited and extremely nervous. Harleen is a friend, and she's incredible. But in terms of pressure, I never saw it that way. And I got very lucky that nobody put that pressure on me. And I got lucky again because Rumi and Agastya's story is so different.
Yeah.
Harleen and Vikrant's, that we got to kind of just run free with it. And so I also didn't put that because I knew that somewhere or the other it will affect your performance. And so I just cleared my thoughts. And now maybe there is pressure now that everyone is asking me this question, but yeah.
Okay. But I'm sure it's going to be equally good or more. You never know.
Thank you.
So, most welcome. So of course, there have been so many romantic dramas on the web space. We have seen many, but Broken but Beautiful comes across as something different. Of course, there is a goodwill of the first 2 seasons, but apart from that, what do you think will work the most in the favor of the show?
What will I think will work the most? I think the relationships and the characters, somewhere or the other, sometimes they are dramatic, like the way that they portray love or the obsession part of it. Yeah, there are dramatic parts of it, but somewhere or the other, we all have experienced even a tiny bit of that in our real lives. Maybe it wasn't with a romantic partner, maybe it was with a friend,
Yeah.
And it is relatable in that sense. But I think there will be a relatability and a connection with the characters and what they're going through.
Okay, agreed. And I know it's too soon to ask, but what about the 4th season?
I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. Let's see how this season goes. Hopefully people like it enough that there is a 4th season, and my producers let me do it.
Definitely. Yeah. And of course, Sonia, the hype around the music has also been great. The music that's used in the trailer as well in the ending. So, did you expect that people are going to pick up even the smaller parts of the trailer and make it big?
No, I didn't. I don't think it really hit me that I was even part of a show. I realized that it is a huge deal, and we have incredible musicians on this. And I'm a fan of a lot of the songs, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of a lot of the songs, and I am really happy that people are even taking the most minuscule part of trailers that I didn't even notice, to be honest. I see some stuff on Instagram and I'm like, wow, how did you even pick that up? But yeah, it just shows how much love people are giving it.
Agreed, yeah. And what about the, web space that we're currently in? We are filled with so many quality content. So are you also looking forward to, sticking around with the web space for a bit?
Of course, I mean, I'm keeping my options open. I'm not letting any doors close. I think the OTT platforms are incredible and what they've brought to India, and they have so much opportunity, not just for actors, but for directors and writers, and the content that's being created is incredible. And we're seeing that right now, some Indian shows are making it huge in the US or abroad, anywhere. So there's a lot of potential there, and I'm definitely excited to see where I end up.
Okay. And of course, we all know Ankur, he's your brother and an excellent actor as well. So is there any professional advice that you ever seek from him or vice versa?
We're constantly talking. I'm constantly going to him for advice for random stuff. And just with the time that we've spent together, I've learned so much, and the one advice he always gives me is just be yourself, no matter what happens. I mean, there's so many people that are going to tell you what to do, especially on a set, and there's so much noise. Just always go inwards and remember who you are, where you're from. But yes, in terms of professional advice, career advice, he's always there. And I'm so grateful that I have him as a brother.
Oh, that's so sweet. And of course, the show is releasing next week. So what part is more? Is the excitement more or is the nervousness more?
I didn't even know it was a week from now. I'm so I feel so far removed from it that I'm just like, oh my God, you're right. It is in what, 8, 9, I don't know how many days, but it's just crap, it's here. What was your question? Sorry, you said a week and I was
No problem.
Oh my God.
No problem. Are you more excited or more nervous?
I am both. I am definitely excited because if you guys are seeing it for the first time, you need to realize that I am also seeing it for the first time. And so it's the first time I'm seeing myself on a screen, which is so cool to me. Even the trailer, I was like, oh my God, that's me. But so I'm excited and I'm also nervous. I want to know, I'm curious to see what people's reaction to Rumi will be and to the story and their love story and the show in general.
Okay. I'm sure people are going to love you and the show as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sonia, for talking to me. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
It was a pleasure of mine. Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Bye.